right, let's go to Robin Kurnow. She's in Johannesburg. She's watching all of this going on. Robin, give us a little background. These folks are really excited. They're paying their respects to a great, great man.
The words of that song that you heard them singing over and over again, it's been sung in the last 6 months across South Africa. Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela, there's no one else like you. And that's really not much as you can say, is there? And it's also very interesting. It's an old anti-apartheid struggle song. So this song has carried through generations of activists in this country. It was no doubt illegal during the apartheid days. That it was like a rallying cry to Nelson Mandela in those days when he was locked up in jail. Nobody had seen his face. There was sense that he was cut off from the revolution. And it became a war cry. It became a lament. It became a memory for people to sing over and over again the same words. Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela, there's no one like you. And in the last year particularly, we've seen that song become kind of a call of thanks. It was sung a lot outside the hospital when these night vigils like this emerged when he was battling that lung infection in hospital for 3 months. It really has become such a simple acknowledgement of a man whose life was so great, so extraordinary, and as Barack Obama said, art, it was the arch of history that defines his life. And also, I think what is key about these images that you're seeing on your screen now is that it's a mixed South Africa. You can see white people and black people, young and old, who've come to pay their respects. And I think that has been so key to Nelson Mandela. And you'll hear it over and over again, and it might sound a bit trite, the issue of reconciliation, but I cannot overemphasize enough how Nelson Mandela, the symbol of him, the small acts that he knew would have great consequences, that every act that he did by looking someone in the eye, by thanking them, by making sure white Afrikaners were included, by making sure the Zulu nation was not alienated, political acts on a grand theatre of politics, but he was really a master at acknowledging that small acts can have great consequences. And you're seeing it now because every single one and every single person in this country will be there today, whether they're physically there or whether they're singing that song in their hearts and their homes by themselves, and they know it. There's no one like him.
When I was there a couple of years ago, Robin, it seemed to me, but you live there, so you have a much better sense, that all of those ugly vestiges of apartheid were gone.